Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's SSR F1 stream. On hand for all of you guys, we have Monza, a very wet Monza, an intermediate wet Monza. Short qualifying getting underway here, and well, as I've mentioned and as everyone can see, we have rain. A soggy track on hand for us today. Just at least in qualifying. We'll see what happens in the race. Monza is known, it can rain. When it does, it gets very heavy. For the last few weeks, Tier 2 has been quite lucky, not getting too much rain, especially in Belgium. But now the F1 gods have decided to punish our drivers. Racing in the wet creates a lot of excitement, a lot of dangers. Hopefully everybody can keep it clean. So everybody pouring into the stream, hello, hello. Everybody out on the intermediate tires. Taking it very easy right now. Just trying to build up some tire temperature. Over these last few weeks, we've seen quite a few drivers having invalidation problems in qualifying, just not able to get laps in. That problem is going to be amplified now in the wet. These guys just need to relax and just get a solid banker in. Riding on board with Dubsy here. First driver out on track. Tiptoeing through Parabolica to start his first flying lap of the session. The Ferrari driver heading off into turns 1 and 2. He misses the curb and he has to run over the second part of the chicane there, losing all the time, and he has quite a bit of wheel spin on the exit. Heading through Parabolica now. Almost flat out in the wet. He saw that he was a little bit hesitant there, and now this extremely long braking zone. Takes the chicane okay, has a little bit of wheel spin on exit. Now into the first of 2 Lesmos. Just tiptoeing across this track. Most important thing right now is just to get a lap in. First lap has had a few issues for Dubsy here, but he's kept it on track, which is the important thing. As the session goes on, as these laps go on, the track will get better and better, times will pick up. Goes to the Star chicane pretty well, runs out a little bit wide there onto that curb. Running out on the curbing on exit in the wet conditions, not too good for time. Traction isn't too good on those curbs. Now going through Parabolica. Keeps it well within the track limits. Heading up to the start finish line for our first lap. He's going to get a 132.7. Bone Apple T gets a 132.9. Running on board with Krob here. Last week's race winner with a gearbox glitch. Unpleasant for the ears. He's going to be looking to continue his dominant streak for Tier 2. He's been on absolute roar this season ever since joining. Just winning races, getting pole positions, doing everything that he needs to do. There's a little bit of traffic up ahead of him. The driver gets out of the way quite nicely. Going through Ascari now, he sets a purple sector 2. And he invalidates the lap, cutting the first part of the chicane. Very easy to do in the dry. Can't imagine what it's like in the wet. As $10 goes P1 with a 132. 6/10 clear of Luigi in P2. That's what we expect from 10. Very quick driver, our championship leader at the moment. His teammate, total 420 P8 with a 136. Definitely going to be looking to improve his lap. Just Sanders had an invalidation. He's going to dive into the pits. I wonder how many of these drivers are going to be going out for 2 laps here. On the inters and the wets, they don't wear too often. A lot of drivers most of the time will fuel up their car for sometimes 2 or 3 laps, because each lap that they just keep on doing, the better and better it'll get. You know, their pace, their confidence, and the track itself. These tires do not wear. A lot of these guys just going on for one and dones so far in the session. Just under 12 minutes left. It's Krob now. He's gonna be looking not to invalidate his time, this time going through Ascari. Still with his stupid gearbox glitch. Wish Codemasters could fix that. This time he's going to cut it again, and he's going to go into the gravel, and he's almost going to spin. He is going to spin. And he hits the wall a little bit for good measure. Make sure to stay out of the way of all these drivers coming through here. So yeah, he stays out the way. Krob struggling through Ascari here in these wet conditions. For the maximum into the wall for Curva Grande. He's completely lost his front wing. These conditions are tough. It's not an area that I would expect drivers to spin though, or have many problems, especially that far out, but clearly something's happened in Formula. Motion tighten on the in lap here. His teammate Bladnor though, he might be on a flying lap. Taking it easy through Parabolica. Just doing what the car will allow him. He improves by over a second, but still not enough to improve his position. Still in P8, the 133.6. So that's quite the ways to go to catch Dubsy in P7. Just over a second. Now still a lot of these drivers have yet to set a time, either through invalidations or they're just afraid to go out on track. Now with Jamie going through the second Lesmo, taking it nice and easy. Heading into Ascari here, we've seen some invalidations, but he makes sure not to cut the curb. Kisses the curb on the left-hand side there. In the dry, if you mount that curb too much, it will spin you, or at least it will unsettle the car. Still have no word if this is going to be a dry race. It's not like we need to know though. Keep everybody on edge. Gonna come across the line with no ERS, but let's see what time he can do. He can jump up into P8, the 131.6. Good lap from Jamie there. For his sake, hopefully he can keep it clean in the race. He's had quite a few trouble-filled races these last few weeks. Belgium, of course, having multiple incidents. It's been tough for him, but he's battled back. He's gotten a few good points here and there. Now it's GB. Normally has very good qualifying pace and race pace. The game says he has a purple sector too, but I call cap. Seems to get a pretty good run through Ascari there. No loss of traction, nothing like that. Steady run. Heading off into Parabolica now. Down into third gear to get the nose pointed in. Gets a little bit of wheel spin there on exit. Not getting too good of a run up to the line, but let's see what he can get. He's going to jump into P9, 131.3. Definitely the time there. Time to be found, as he's going to go for a second lap here. That's what I said, in these wet conditions. These tires don't wear. Drivers will go for multiple laps. Just around 6 minutes left in the session now, or coming to 6 minutes left in the session. Holding it very long in 7th gear through Curva Grande. He's going to miss the first part of this second chicane here. Heading off into Lesmo, says Loogie sets a 129.5. Track seems to be getting better and better, or Loogie's just put a rocket on the back of his Mercedes. His GB invalidates his lap. Fortunate. Knox also with invalidation. Jump back up as Maestro. GB's teammate goes P1. 128.9 there. He's also going out for a second lap. C10 has some traffic up ahead. He's going to be definitely looking to beat these times set ahead. GB gets out of the way nicely. A little bit close, but nothing too big right there. 10 keeping the car in fourth through Parabolica. Gets good traction, good stability. Heading across the line, let's see where he can go. He goes P1, goes over a second quicker. 128.9. Jesus, look at the times between 1 and 2. Not even half a tenth between these two drivers. As 10's gonna pull off to the side to let GB through. Now Sten on a flying lap. Oh, this is traffic. Ah, total no. I wonder if the stewards are gonna be hearing about that after this race. Total just put his car on the apex of the first Lesmo, and as we can see at the bottom of the screen, he's on an out lap right now. Stenner's not going to be happy about that, but he continues on through Ascari. As Loogie's left the session. We're going to let this lap get done as Stenner's given up, so let's get Loogie an invite here. Alright, I've gotten 2 invites out to Loogie. Look at Echo in P3. His pace has been great these last 2 weeks at Belgium. Passing every car on track. Finding himself around P3, P4, but unfortunately through Pouhon he just spun twice, and the second time he sent it into the wall, ending his day. He had amazing pace in the race. Hopefully he can keep that up. Right now he's doing so in qualifying. It's nice to see some of these guys improving throughout the season. On board with Sander now. Gets through the chicane pretty well. This Loogie's came back. It's nice. Takes a good amount of curb for the second Lesmo there. He missed the curb for the first one. Wonder if that was by design or not. Heading off into Ascari now. And he's going to cut the corner and get an invalidation with just over 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the session. Let's see if he's going to either go back in and refuel new tires or continue on. We'll catch him later though. So these guys just slowing down right now. Now it's Swag Lord, new driver for Tier 2. Right now sitting in P11. He's gonna come across the line. Let's see what he can do. He's gonna stay in P11. He goes 2 tenths quicker. Not enough to improve though. Going up with T in P12. Taking it nice and easy through the Lesmos here. Heading off into Ascari now. Hopefully he doesn't invalidate. Seeing a lot of drivers invalidate. He doesn't. Keeps the car nice and planted throughout that section. Now carrying all the speed that he can into Parabolica. Puts the car into fourth to point the nose in. Taking the shortest run to the line. He's going to jump to P10, going 7/10 faster. Let's go with Stenner here. Game says that he's gone around 2 seconds quicker in the first sector. Right now sitting in P4. If he can keep that improvement up, it'd be very good for him in this qualifying as Ultratitan gets out of the way. Stenner having a lap blocked by 420, as we all saw. Let's see what he can do here on a clean lap, as these will be the last runs of the session. Just coming in on a minute left to go. All these drivers starting to come out of the pit lane now. Keeping it close with time, as he's going to go through Ascari and he's going to do a corner cut. Stenner. He still has enough time though to go across the line and do another lap. So now 10 Whole Dollars starts his final flying lap. Less than a tenth between 10 Whole Dollars in P2 and Maestro in P1. Any bit of improvement is going to help him out here. Going through Curva Grande. Driver's able to keep it flat out. Says the purple sector 1 improving. That improvement right there would probably be enough to get in pole position. But only with the first sector done. We're going to see if he can link all three up. He's heading through the Lesmos now. Keeps the car well within the track. No invalidations for him. Now heading into Ascari. We've seen time and time again drivers cutting the first part too much. Let's see if he makes that same mistake as he goes 2/10 quicker. He doesn't. He keeps the car planted, very stable through Ascari. You saw up on the Delta, he was 2/10 quicker. If that holds, he'll have pole position. Going through Parabolica now. Very gentle with the power. He's going to come across the line. And he's going to grab pole position. He goes just around 4/10 quicker, a 1:28.5. Riding on board with Maestro, the only man seemingly that can beat his time. There's some traffic up ahead. And he's 3 seconds slower. He's not going to be able to do it. It's not in the books for Maestro. 10 Whole Dollars. P1. P1 at Monza in the wet. Echo right now in P4. Is anybody else on a hot lap? GB in P11. Saw a glimpse. He went 7/10 quicker. Now into Parabolica. As all the drivers are retiring now. GB in P12 getting knocked down to P12. Let's see what he can do. He's going to come across the line to go P4. Going over a second quicker. Two Racing Point drivers, 3 and 4. Very good from him, and that's qualifying complete. Woo, that was exciting towards the end of the session there. Stenner in P2. 10 Whole Dollars. P1, Maestro, GB, 3-4, Echo, P5. Good qualifying from him. Everybody out on the inters now. Need Bon Appetit to retire so we can move on. Bon Appetit in 10th place there. Krob in P12, definitely disappointing qualifying session from him. We all know he has more pace than that as the front wing goes flying. Off the two Ferraris that are up ahead. So that's called qualifying complete. As we can see, look at that gap between 1 and 2. Not even a tenth of a second. Loogie up in P6, good qualifying from him. It's nice to see the form starting to come around. AJ in P13. Karab, as highlighted, disappointing qualifying. He definitely has more speed. Now it's going to be an uphill climb throughout the race. Total 420 rounding out the field. Last place. As we're loading in now, we can see completely clear track. So wet only for qualifying. Monza looks beautiful here. Nice and sunny skies. Now we're just waiting for everybody to load in, get their setups ready, their strategies, all that good stuff in. If anybody readies up before AJ, they will be given a race ban. Hopefully we don't have any problems with that. It's the strategy for today's race. Easy, soft to medium. As long as everything goes well for these drivers. But 19 cars out on track, especially heading off into turns 1 and 2. We all know how dangerous that can be. We'll have to see if these guys have done some practice on the hard tires, see what kind of alternate strategies these guys will have to go on here. I mean, I don't want to see anybody crash, but we all know it's going to happen. Somebody's going to do something ill-advised. Now we're just still waiting and waiting. Everybody in the chat, hello, hello. If you got something to say, speak your mind. As there we go, field readying up. Getting ready for the formation lap here. As finally we get to be on the grid. Am I having a sound glitch? No, I'm not. Okay, there's the sound effects. $10 in P1 getting away. Since there was a wet qualifying, everybody having a free choice to whatever tire they want to go on. $10 or pole sitter here on the softs, but standing right behind him on the mediums. See a mixed bag here between soft and mediums, but most of these guys out on the soft tires. That's coming P8 out on mediums. And then towards the back end of the grid, see everybody on mediums here. $10 pulling away from the field here. They're very close together, and then a huge gap back to Maestro. Maestro keeping the second pack pretty formed together here. If I'm standing out on these mediums, I don't know how to feel about this strategy. Because while in most races the mediums would be an amazing race tire, the softs are very, very good. And once the pit stop phase happens, where the soft runners go into the mediums, you know, you're just going to be losing all the time to those fresh mediums. But towards the end of the race, you know, of course, the flip side, you get to go on softs and just go on an attack. So we'll see what happens. This Maestro is going to back the pack up here. His $10 is already to his grid spot. His tires are going to be extremely cold here. Not extremely cold, but just colder than everybody else around him. Stenner backed up, let everybody else catch up. He definitely does not want to be having cold tires to start this race. Those mediums need a little bit more to get heated up. Jamie saying Dubsy is lagging like crazy, really unsafe. I'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully that doesn't cause any problems. It's now the field taking their grid spots. And what kind of camera is this? Hopefully we can get a better one when lights go out. As we're still waiting. There's the AWS predicted pit stop strategy coming out once again. Lap 11 going on to the mediums here. As there we go, the field's set. And we still get a terrible camera angle with 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go for the Italian Grand Prix. As the field gets going here. The driver spreading out 3, 4, 5 wide further on back. $10 gets a good launch off the line. Oh, Stenner, no! Stenner hits $10, making him go waywards as GB has to cut a little bit of the track, and there's chaos. Oh my God, how many cars spun here? Oh, Loogie, hold on, buddy, Oh no, Loogie and Bascombe spun. This looked like quite a few cars spun around there. I see an AlphaTauri front wing broken. As Maestro's all over the back of $10, Stenner losing some positions there through turns 1 and 2. What did I say? It's going to be a chaos spot. As there's more trouble through Curva Grande. Bascombe, I think that was spinning. Or no, it's AJ. Man, both the Mercedes boys having troubles. As the McLaren boys are switching positions. Knox not making it too hard on his teammate Swaglord. Bon Appetit looking to the outside of Knox. This is going to get tight through Ascari. As Knox is going to concede the position. Jumping through the field, see Echo and Just Sanders very close together. Heading into Parabolica. It's climbing through the field. Stenner's P4 as $10 whole. Alright, no, that's just the telemetry being stupid. We are not on lap 3, we are on lap 2. Don't worry about what the game says. 10 still having the lead after the first lap. As there's another yellow flag here. We see some drivers pitting to replace their front wings. Oh no, Jamie. He's had such a tough few events, or few races here. Dubsy, yeah, he is lagging around a little bit. He was having problems connecting before the race. Hopefully that doesn't cause too many problems. As total 420 seems to spun, maybe even lose his front wing there. As there we go. Now the field's updating. There we go. Maestro with 8/10 gap to P2. Or no, other way around. $10 has an 8/10 lap. Dang, I really can't speak right now. The gap is now 2 seconds. Okay, it's telemetry just updating, everything updating, but the two drivers behind them going side by side. Stenner trying to get the places back after having a bad start. The GB is going to be able to defend for now. Squeezing Stenner a little bit there. Two drivers going through Curva Grande. GB right now just holding up center. GB misses the first part of the chicane. They're not having a good run. As Florida's Lots 7, I think that's how you pronounce it, said boogity boogity boogity. Let's go racing. NASCAR fan right there. As Ultra and Echo swap positions there with the help of DRS. Sanders picks up a 3-second time penalty. People would think that this track isn't too hard in terms of warnings and penalties with so little corners, but man, it seems like almost every corner you can pick up a warning. With such little lap time here, just a very quick lap, it will play a factor. As now Echo has the DRS and overtake engaged. Going side by side with the Ultra Titan, he's going to get the move done, or not. Ultra Titan taking another look down. A little bit of wheel banging there. Echo has to run over the curbing a little bit, but they keep it clean. Ultra Titan using overtake right now through Cover Grande. He has a preferred line for this next few corners here. He's going to get the move done before then. As there's battling up ahead. Go through the Lesmos. Oh no. Ooh, I thought Stenner was about to spin there, dipping into the grass. It's almost a mini death curve going onto that first curb through the Lesmos. Stenner mounting a heavy attack on GB here. How much longer can GB keep the position? Has a bad run through Ascari. Hits that curb. Using overtake right now to maintain the position. Now Stenner's in a perfect position to use overtake, use DRS to finally get this move done. As he is in the slipstream now. DRS engaged, overtake engaged. The driver's going side by side. And Stenner, he is going to get the move done. GB now, he just needs to calm down, hook up his corners, and just allow Stenner to pull him along. Use the DRS that he's going to get. Use the slipstream that he's going to get. But right now he's using overtake. He says, forget about that, Chalupa. I'm going for this move right here, right now. He's taking a look, but he's not going to do anything with it. As Stenner dips the wheel into the gravel. Maximum pace right now to try to get away from GB. Let's do the second Lesmo here. GB's going to have DRS. Doesn't get too good of a run though. As Stenner's going to pull away. GB using a little bit of overtake to try to reel him back in. He's going to miss the first Ascari corner, and he's going to cut the second part of the chicane. Does he have wing damage? No, he doesn't. He just doesn't seem comfortable right now. His Ultra Titan now has made up huge ground. And now he's going to have the DRS. He is a little bit far back, though, to make a move, I think. But DRS and overtake, very powerful. Ultra's not going to use overtake right now. Or now he is. To the later parts of this straight. And he's going to look for the move. GB leaves the space. Ultra Titan's going to try to cross him back over, but he can't do it. If he would have used overtake a little bit earlier, he could have got alongside of him before the chicane. Now this battling's going to allow Stenner to pull away. It's not what GB wants. GB is still in DRS range. This Echo now has left the session. Gonna send him an invite. There's yellow flags. Is that the McLaren's? It is. Swag Lord. Oh, that's a dangerous rejoin. No, it isn't. Okay, lets the cars out of the way. Okay, good job. Alright, we need to invite Echo, though. Goes to driver right now. We sent him an invite. As Ultra Titan now, using overtake before the DRS straight, the main straight, he's going to get the place from GB. GB right now just going further and further back. GB right now using overtake. He doesn't have too much battery left. Let's turn the telemetry on here. Yeah. Just around 20%. He's losing positions. But good for him, he has a huge gap back to just Sanders and P6 on those medium tires. And Krob now getting past Echo. I've sent him an invite, he hasn't joined back yet. I'm going to send him another one here, bear with me. Alright, I sent him another invite. He qualified in P5 and there he is. Qualified in P5. He was running pretty well, but unfortunately another disconnection. As Ultra Titan now gets past Stenner, locks up a little bit through the first part of Ascari. That's okay. Well, I thought Standard was going to be able to pull away here after he got past GB, but clearly not. Ultra Titan on a mission. Using those soft tires, they still have plenty of life in them. Standard with the DRS, not using overtake. He knows that he's not within striking distance. But somebody that is within striking distance, Bone Apple T on Just Sanders. He's going to look down the inside into turn 1. Two drivers side by side. And he's going to get the move done. Good clean overtake there. Trusting Sanders a lot that he wouldn't Sundelli send it for the second part. But now through Curva Grande, Just Sanders having very good straight line speed. Going side by side through this chicane now. Bone Apple T's going to concede the position, but Just Sanders, I don't know if there was contact or he just lost the traction. He loses the position, and Krob almost gets him now as $10 picks up a 3-second time penalty. As the info is going whack right now. As GB, oh no! GB, my boy, what happened? Oh, it was to the Ascari chicane too. Oh man, GB. He was losing positions, but then now a retirement. It seems like the exit of Ascari too. Most likely he got up on the curb there, the left-hand side curb on exit, and he just lost the car. As now there's a virtual safety car, lap 9. Krob, stay behind Just Sanders. So most of these drivers will be coming in now under this VSC. That's completely ruined the strategy for some of our guys up front though. $10 Maestro Ultra Titan. On the softs there, they were just past the pit entry. This is really not going to pay into their hands as Bone Apple T goes onto the hard tires. A lot of these guys are going onto the hard tires. As racing is back underway. It's all these guys pitting now. Some medium, some hard. Medium drivers is going to be a stretch to the end of the race, but these mediums are rock solid. Now, I said that it ruined the strategy for these guys running up front, but $10 has just around a 25-second gap to Platinor in P5, which Platinor hasn't pitted either, so wonder what he's going to do now. He's going to stay out here. Dubsy's just lagging around there. Connection issues, not good, not good. Let's go into the field. Swag Lord in P8. Good job. As Echo and Total Force. Another retirement. Formula Maximum. What the heck? Another one through Ascari. He's on medium tires there. Oh no. And there's another virtual safety car. As Echo and Total 420 were going side by side. Did they miss pit road again? Oh, they did. Oh no, the top 3 missed it again. Oh, they gotta be thinking, what the heck? As Swag Lord comes into the pits, he's gonna get off those old mediums as Formula Maximum. Absolutely disgusted with himself, leaving the session. Two retirements, back-to-back laps. First GB, then Formula Maximum, both through Ascari. Swag Lord dropping into P17 off of pitting, and now we're back underway racing. Knowing this game, I'm surprised those incidents didn't bring out safety cars, but hey, it is what it is. Toto doesn't get a good run through Ascari. He might have wing damage. What the heck? Runs out into the gravel there, and he's going to try to stay out of the way of all these drivers here getting onto the grass. Good job letting them by. Taking a look, I didn't see any wing damage there. I don't know, maybe he might have just cold tires. Yeah, he has both end plates on. Yeah, I mean, Bascom. Oh, don't tell me that was Jamie spinning. No, that was Bascom spinning. And he's lost quite a bit of his front wing. Saw the two swapping positions there through the indicator. Hopefully there was no contact between them. It's now Echo. No, that was Dubsy pinning. Echo, after lagging out, was able to get back in right now, holding P8 on fresh medium tires. Looking to stretch those to the end of the race. As there's a yellow flag, total 420. Boy, what are you doing? He seems to completely have missed the chicane there. Now he's doing the stop and go. No, he's letting everybody by. Perfectly legal there. That's what we want to see. If you have a problem, let everybody by. Textbook is now the leaders are starting to pit. $10 and Maestro both coming in along with Ultra Titan. It's Maestro. Let's see what he does. He goes onto the medium, so these guys onto the medium tires now. As Stenner in P1 on his mediums that he started the race with. Yeah, this Cool 23 Rocket League. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate every one of you viewers and every one of you subscribers. Love all of you guys. Bon Appetit on the back of Platnor now, almost hitting him. The black and banana colored Renault as he gets a terrible run out of the chicane there on those old medium tires. These two drivers are making a little bit of contact. Bon Appetit able to get the place before the chicane. Platnor just did accelerate there, but it's understandable on his 11-lap old mediums, stretching these tires out. Swaglord and Dubsy trade positions. Maestro picks up a penalty. AJ not having too good of a race here. Right now in P15 on the back of these two. He's on 2-lap old mediums here. Understeering quite the bit as that's total again spinning. Off of what I saw, his end plate looks clean. His front wing looks fine. There's probably something that we can't see though, probably some lime green damage as he almost spins through the Scary. He is going to spin through the Scary. He got up on the curb and then just whipped his car around. Bad race being even worse for AJ here. As Echo and Just Sanders fighting now. Fresh mediums versus fresh hards. Right now the mediums working very well. This portion of the race, these guys on medium tires are going to be pulling away from everybody on the hards, but towards the end, of course, the hards will just be the faster tire and the safer tire. Guys out on the mediums here, the ones that pitted on the first virtual safety car, you know, it's going to start getting very sketchy for those guys, you know. A lot of tire wear on the left side for these guys on this track. Hopefully nobody has a puncture. I don't believe we've seen anybody have a puncture here in a league race for SSR, but it is always possible. Further you stretch the tires, you know, it's a risky game you're playing. Just Sanders now with the DRS and overtake. Not going to be doing much as there's an incident up ahead. Is there an incident up ahead? Nope, it's just total getting out the way. Blue flags. Field after that second virtual safety car spreading out here. Stanner still staying out on those medium tires, using all the ERS that he has. Only 0.3 down from his PB. Total 420 picks up a penalty. I'd say just about in 1 or 2 more laps here, Stanner will be coming in for the soft tires. That's going to put him back around, I'm going to say P6, P7, as there's yellow flags. Is that Lukey? No, that's AJ. Check him out, see what's going on. Gets going, nothing much happened for him. Still in P15. Just not a fun race for him. As they're side-by-side battling with Echo and Jess Sanders. Sorry to miss that as we were flipping through the field there. My apologies. Jess Sanders with the DRS on the main straight trying to get that move done, but nothing coming. Doesn't get a good run through the chicane there and heading off into the Lesmos, now losing all the time. Just within DRS range, but now he's going to fall out of it. Just teetering on that edge of getting DRS or not, but he is going to get DRS. He's going to use some overtake to try to close down that gap after making that mistake. As Echo runs out wide through Ascari, they're dipping into the gravel. Not going to be good for pace. As Echo now starts closing on Platnor. As Platnor spins! Oh, Platnor, how are you going to spin at the end of the Parabolica, buddy? Oh, I think he's lost his front wing too. Yup, he's lost his front wing. He's heading into the pits. That was right on the exit of Parabolica where you should have the power down easy, no questions asked, and you just lost it. Unfortunate. As Krob now onto the back of Jess Sanders. Krob making his way through the field after having disappointing qualifying. Let's take a look at the positions change throughout the day. Zalugi down quite a few spots there. Right now in P9. Jess Sanders having a good race, up 4 spots. Along with Krob, as previously mentioned, as Bon Appetit picks up a penalty. Big loser is Bascom right now in P16. Qualified P8. Stanner comes into the pits now. Soon for the soft tires. Yep, the soft tires going on. Now all the drivers going past. Let's see where Stanner's going to pop out, and I said P6, P7. Right now P4, so I was way off with my math. Confirmed King Chalupa can't do strategy. There's yellow flags through Ascari. Is that? No, it's not Krob. I think it's just total 420 again. Nope, it's just letting lap cars by. There's 2 cars up ahead going side by side. Jess Sanders has just tried to get past Echo, but Echo doing very good in his defense. AJ picks up a penalty. Gotta wonder how impatient Sanders is starting to become. Doesn't have too much ERS to mess with. Still safely within DRS range. He's gonna dip into the gravel there. Now Krob's gonna get past him. One mistake is all it took. These 2 guys, both on the hard tires, equally as old. Solar 420 is retired from the session in the pits. Good job from him. Retiring on track can cause safety cars. If you retire on track, we will give you a big penalty. We are speaking in the stewards. But he retires in the pits like he should. Now Krob, just outside of DRS range here of Echo. Sometimes the game will give it to you though. Let's see if they are. And they're not going to give it to him. He was using all the overtake that he could to try to get within DRS, but not going to happen for him. Just Sander, he's oh, sorry for the voice crack there. Man, that was a bad one. Just Sander, he's in DRS range now. Right now seems to be struggling on pace with those hard tires. Crob's starting to close in on Echo now. I wouldn't expect this to be the crossover period of the mediums being slower than the hards, but might just be true race pace. We know how quick Crob is, and Echo's, he did great in qualifying, he did great in Belgium, but we'll see what happens as the McLarens. Oh, Knox had a spin there. Jamie's going to close in on him here. Knox going to have hot tires and he's going to spin again. No, he's not. He's going to save the car. Jamie's slowing down there to make sure not to smash into him. It's Knox is going to let Jamie through. It's nice sportsmanship there. Great to see as Crob gets past Echo for now. Into Parabolica. Oh, that was a little bit suspect. Crob coming across Echo there. Nothing too bad. As Echo's going to come to the pits. He's only done 8 laps on his mediums. Oh, Echo, what are you doing? Maybe he had wing damage and he's just giving up, but I don't know about that strategy call there. I do not know, as no replacing front wing. It's going to go onto the soft tires. My opinion, that's exactly what Ferrari would do. Not a good strategy. Luigi's going to come in. And he's going to go onto the soft tires. Man, maybe I'm wrong again. Maybe that's what the game's telling them to do, to come in. From the Maximum says some tire barriers here are glitchy. Wonder what happens. Knox gets out the way. Just Sanders picks up a penalty there. Some of these drivers starting to come in. I wouldn't do it. Mediums can last quite long, but then again, it's me speaking, so I don't know what I'm talking about. It's up to these drivers to make the decisions. Two Mercedes, 14 and 15. Not having good races. Not having good races at all. Bascom rounding out the field as there's a little bit of a battle now for P1. Both these guys on equal mediums. $10 had a pretty good gap to Maestro, but I don't know what's going on. If Maestro's just started to become very strong, or if $10, maybe his tires are going off. Maestro is safely within DRS range. That is an okay amount of battery to play with here. That's the lift on the exit of Ascari there. No wing damage that I can see. Now heading through Parabolica onto the start finish straight. Around 0.5 of a second, the gap between 1 and 2. Maestro overtaking Gage. DRS coming up very soon. Doesn't seem like he's fancying a move right now. Maybe he just wants to stick behind him. Put $10 under some pressure. Maybe force him into a corner cut, as Maestro, speaking of a corner cuts, picks up a penalty. I was going to say, Maestro, he doesn't have too much to play with here. Maybe he just wants to use the DRS to save his equipment just a little bit. 6 laps left to go. Saw the same thing last week, 1 and 2 at the end of the race, neck and neck. These boys are putting on a show for us. As there's a huge spin up ahead, Bascom. I'm not going to flip to that because let's keep the camera on this battle up ahead, but Bascom doing a spinella on the exit of the second Lesmo. Lucky that he didn't lose the suspension there. It's Maestro closing right up to the back of $10. Seems like he's done waiting. He's using DRS and overtake. in the slipstream on the left-hand side of $10. The fight for P1 heading into turn 1. Two drivers going side by side. Maestro having the preferred line on the exit of the corner. And there's contact. $10 might have came across Maestro there on the exit of the corner. A little bit of wheel banging there, almost spinning Maestro. He falls back. Luigi picks up a penalty there. I know Maestro's not going to be happy with that. He felt that that was the time to go. Time to make the move. Dang, another voice crack. Time to make the move. And he got hit. Now, of course, we didn't have too good of a look at it. But now it's just about regrouping. Right around 9/10 back. Still within DRS. Doesn't have too much of the battery to play with here. Look at what $10 has to mess with. He doesn't have anything to play with either. Both drivers very equal right now. Did Maestro get DRS? He did get DRS. Very close to falling out of DRS range there through Parabolica. So let's jump to the back. Jump to the battle back here. AJ and Swag Lord going side by side as there's lap traffic. As they are lap traffic, actually. Not there is lap traffic. They are the traffic. AJ right now getting blue flags of our leader, $10. AJ should be pulling out of the way here soon enough. At this point, AJ needs to get out of the way. I know that he has a fight going on with the car up in front, but he can't hold up these leaders, even if he's ghosted. And he's not going to concede the position here. As Maestro's closed in on him. Now AJ decides to let the leaders through Ascari. Let them by, nothing too wrong there. Would have preferred if he did it a little bit earlier there. Gonna lose mega ground to Swag Lord though. Swag able to pull away. So now here we go again. Maestro using overtake. DRS coming up here. Let's see if he can get the move this time. He's gonna take the car out of overtake. It's not within range just yet. Doesn't have too much to play with either in terms of his battery. Does not get a good run through that chicane to the first part of it. A little bit of wheel spin there. He's gonna dip a wheel out into the gravel there. Feeling some effects of the dirty air. 3 laps to go. Now he's outside of DRS range. He's not going to get DRS. With that mistake, he's fallen out of DRS range. Hopefully he can close it back in before he gets to Parabolica. It's Luigi and Dubsy. A little bit of fighting going on there. Luigi seems to have the place. As Maestro, he's not within DRS range. Oh man, that mistake dipping the wheel onto the gravel. For now, it seems like it's ruined his chance to win. I mean, of course, we don't know what the penalty situation is, but just outside that second range. These guys have been pushing as hard as they can for these last few laps. Gotta wonder how much he has left. Just Sander picks up a penalty. He gains a little bit of time on $10 through the chicane. Just teetering on that second. This run through the Lesmos is going to decide everything here. Because right now, as it stands, he is within DRS. Going through the second Lesmo here, he does get DRS. He's not going to engage it though. Or is he? He's not engaging DRS. What's going on? Maestro, buddy. He has DRS, but he didn't use it. Knox picks up a penalty. Maestro. For some reason he didn't use DRS, but he's going to have it now. He's nowhere close to making an overtake. Now it's just going to be about closing it in. There's just a little bit of fighting throughout the back of the field as Luigi comes into the pits. It's Maestro. He gains a little bit of time there. Gets a good run through the chicane, heading off into the Lesmos now. You saw the last lap, he didn't get too good of an exit. He's right on the edge of DRS, he's going to get it though, but still staying right around the second back of $10. You gotta wonder if he has anything left in the tank. The penultimate lap through Ascari. Very close to getting a corner cut there, I wonder if he did. $10 doesn't get a good run through Ascari. Maestro closing in, using an overtake now. He doesn't have very much left. Going through Parabolica. Onto the start-finish straight. It's now or never for these two drivers here. Maestro using a little bit of overtake, but he doesn't have enough. $10 is using everything that he has. The last lap now. A little bit of lap traffic up ahead. Hopefully the lap car concedes. Ultra Titan, he's starting to sneak in on these two drivers. Just around 2.5 seconds back. As I said before, penalties will play a factor. We're gonna see what happens at the end of this race. But for now, Maestro 9/10 back. Heading through Lesmos for the last time. As Swag Lord trying to get out of the way of $10 there. He comes right across into Maestro. That's not going to be good. It's Maestro not using any overtake right now. Through Ascari. He gets a good run. Still not using any overtake. Now he's going to use the overtake. But $10, he's done it. Unless he makes a mistake. I don't think he's going to make a mistake. He isn't. Coming through Parabolica to the start-finish straight. On track. $10 P1. He's weaving. He thinks he has it. And he does. Maestro P2. Ultra Titan comes across the line to get P2 from Maestro. He is creeping in. Penalties playing the factor. Now Stenner. Stenner stays in P4. Bone Apple T now. A long way back. Almost a pit stop back. 20 seconds back from Stenner. On those hard compound tires as Dubsy. I don't know what the yellow flag was, but let's jump back with Bone Apple T. Coming across the line for P5. I don't think there's going to be position swapping there. There isn't. Now just Sanders. He gets P6. His Ultra Titan in Twitch chat says another podium. Hell yeah. GG. Echo, after lagging out, coming across the line to get P7. Good recovery from him. And Krob, after a disappointing qualifying. I say it was a pretty decent recovery drive for him. He's going to come across the line to bag solid P8 with Jamie. Jamie getting P8 after having tough qualifying, having an incident in the race. Good points once again. Platinor in P11, and that's it. Race complete. Krob falling to P10. Not good at all. As Bascombe is going to run out wide and, well, doesn't have a front wing. Bascombe in P16. As Jamie the J saying, Jamie the G saying, we take those P8! Exclamation mark. As Jamie, driver of the day, well deserved, making quite the nice recovery. As 31 live viewers, hello to everybody that is tuning in for the end of this race. Be sure to tune in for the Tier 1 race coming up in just around 40 minutes. As $10 gets another victory, extending that championship lead. And there's Leora. We see penalties. Everybody having penalties. Ultra Titan taking P2 because Maestro had 12 seconds worth of penalties. What could have been? What could have been? Salugi not having the good race. And then, of course, our 2 retirements here. Take a look at the race director really quickly. We're just getting all this information, so in case we have to mess around with penalties, the stewards can take a look. Everybody that's watching this race, right around 40 minutes, tune in to the Tier 1 stream, but stick around for the post-race interviews. Alright, what's up guys? Make sure to tick the box. Yup. I didn't get to invite Ultra Titan. Whoops. Well, we'll talk with Maestro. Yep, thank you. Alright, there's $10 talking to Maestro. Getting P3 on track, running P2. Chasing down $10. The battle at the end, you were so close for so many laps, but then at the end of the race, you started to fall back. Just talk about what your race was, especially at the end.
I definitely didn't threaten him to say that.
Well, a good race from you there. Penalties unfortunately dropping you back a place, but still a great result.
Tennis.
First podium. Great race, man. Great race. Alright, talking to our P2 driver here.
Yeah.
Ultra Titan. You were just making your way throughout the field, keeping a low profile, not really getting involved in too many incidents, not too many things going on, but at the end, your pace just started to come through, and you were gaining and gaining and gaining, and then through penalties, you were able to get P2. Just what happened?
I got one penalty, obviously, which I think if I didn't have that, I would have definitely won, but I don't mind too much. But I just kept on finding pace where others weren't, and I kept on using the DRS and ERS wisely. But I just think mainly my consistency helps me get through that.
It was a good race for you, only picking up one penalty there.
Yeah.
Talk about what happened in turn 1, though. I saw quite a few drivers make contact and then
Yeah,
start
what
to
did
spin.
happen there?
Well, I'm gonna have to call out a name. Formula Maximum. He was on my outside. We were practically 3 wide in this first and second corner. He went off track at the second corner, came back on and spun himself out into everyone else, and then came back ahead.
Oh.
Yeah, we saw that on stream. That was crazy. We just started
Yeah.
to see cars spinning around there.
Me
But
and
you made it
Stella-
through clean.
Yeah.
Now
Thankfully, no
talking
damage.
to our race winner here, $10 whole. Into the first chicane, you actually got a hit from center, but you're able to maintain, and then throughout the race, through the virtual safety cars, you weren't able to pit. That might have messed with your strategy, but you were able to continue on, and then at the end of the race, getting all the pressure. Just talk about your race, how it was.
Yeah, I just think the main thing was that I was consistent the whole race. I think my setup had a little more downforce than Maestro's, but because I was gaining time on the corners and he was gaining on me in the straights. But I just think consistency was the key for me.
And it was. Now extending your championship lead. We don't want to make it a prediction too early, but are you starting to think about the big picture here, thinking, alright, I got this championship in the bag as long as I get these positions, just keep on getting these good finishes? Is that what you're thinking about now?
Yeah, but I'm still gonna show up to every race I can, so I don't think it makes much sense to think about it at this point.
All right, and also that effort in the constructors, just pulling Red Bull along. Very good job. Congratulations to our podium finishers. Thank you to everybody that tuned in, everybody that subscribed to the channel or followed, whatever you did. Thank you. We appreciate all the support. Once again, like I was mentioning earlier, in just around, let's say 30 minutes here, 30-40 minutes, make sure to tune in to the Tier 1 stream. Tier 1 Monza, very good, the best of the best that SSR has to offer. We'll see you then. Goodbye.